Alright, how's it? Welcome back. Hope you're well. It's me, Ryan Thwaite, with another guitar lesson for beginners. Okay, so last week we looked at chord progressions, a bunch of basic chord progressions that you can use to develop your left hand as well as your ear, hearing how the chords kind of fit together with each other. So a bit of a recap would be to maybe go back an episode and just check that out if you haven't already. We didn't do much with the right hand, hardly anything. And so today this is the first real dive into our right hand, okay? Now so far I think I've explained this to you, we're just holding the pick how our fingers naturally come together. These ones don't come to the party, okay? And if we're holding our guitar correctly, then our right wrist is nice and straight and relaxed. Hopefully you've been working on that. Playing your scales is really useful to develop your accuracy in your right hand. So, two little bits of terminology. There we are, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, we can, okay. We've got a down strum cymbal, or a down pick cymbal, and then an up strum cymbal, or an up pick cymbal. Okay, they're internationally recognized symbols. They will be as part of your notation above your tab or your music. If you're playing from your guitar book or some other music channel, they should have the notations there for you. So the difference between a pick and a strum is not much really. A down pick is, if you can see, is just picking the one strings, and so is an up pick. Yeah, so down, up. You can see when I'm picking, it's a very small movement, a little bit in the fingertips, straight relaxed wrist. And at this point you should probably be quite comfortable with that. A down strum is essentially the same thing, just across the 6 strings. Now, as we spoke about before, we're letting this plectrum glide, and you're going to have a little twist in your wrist to get the glide up and down. So if you're not already comfortable with this, just get comfortable with that. Holding the pick just as hard as we need to, so that it doesn't catch on the strings, because otherwise you get so too much tension. Nice and relaxed, let it bobble over the strings, and then as you can see, it's really that movement, as if you've got a screwdriver and you're screwing something in. We don't want to see too much movement from the elbow. Bad, really bad. Wasting energy, we're strumming up and down. We want to just keep the strums as large as they need to be so that we can glide across the strings and back up. It's a mistake I see quite a lot where people are really rigid. I can't even do it, it's so weird. But yeah, just across the strings, okay? You can see the little wrist movement. There's not much, but that is just allowing the pick to change angle. So with the down strum it's like that, and with the up strum, so that it can glide, okay? There's not much to it. We're listening for a nice smooth sound. Okay. Now, of course, we can play here, or we can play here. It changes the tone. Don't know if you can hear that. Very different to. Okay, but for the moment we're over the sound hole, and if we're holding our guitar correctly, then that hand should kind of naturally be there. And remember, they're free to play. Okay, so down pick and up pick. This is going to be a super short video, and I say that every week. But I don't want to get involved in musical notes too much, crotchets, quavers and semi-quavers, or quarter notes, 8th notes and 16th notes, depending on what flavor you prefer. But I have written this out, so maybe just you can either pause it or copy it down or whatever. I'll hold it up at the end for you again. There you go. Okay. So the first thing you'll notice on the top line, we've got our down strum patterns. Yeah, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Pretty easy, right? The next thing, we've actually got our musical notes. It's a crotchet, those are quavers, those are semi-quavers, or quarter notes, 8th notes and 16th notes. Don't have to worry too much about that, but just realize that this has got a head and a tail. This has got a head and a tail, but it's joined by a single beam, and these have got a head and a tail, and they're all 4 of them are joined by a double beam. Okay, so visually you can see the difference. Just to help out with a few funny words, or they're not really funny, they're just words. That's a 1-syllable word, tea. That's a 2-syllable word, coffee. And this is a 4-syllable word, alligator. And it's just going to help you visualize the rhythm. I'll quickly clap it. T, coffee, alligator, T. We can all clap. I suggest you clap that. T, coffee, alligator, T. And you can hopefully hear and see how the rhythms are working. T, coffee, alligator, T. Okay? It's not particularly difficult. If we apply that to our down strums and up strums, it's down, 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 up, down, up, down. Now all I'm doing here is I'm just muting the strings. I'm just lightly touching them so that we can hear the strum nice and clearly. It is a technique that we use. But we've got plenty of time to get to that as we get more advanced, okay? Simple as that, okay? Contained in that exercise is enough to get you going with what this right hand needs to be doing. So get comfortable with that, practice it, and then what you can do, if you go back to the basic chords episode, you can, for example, pick a chord. So in this case, I don't know, I'll play a D, okay? And using the same strumming pattern. Very quickly, we're starting to combine the two hands together to start making our chord progressions more interesting. I will do a later one where we can mix the order up. I suppose I could just tell you that now. You could go alligator, coffee, coffee, tea. Alligator, coffee, coffee, tea. Yeah. Okay, nice and simple. It's going to get you going. Spend some time on it, get it comfortable. You can gradually speed it up or you can slow it down. But we're just looking for that relaxed wrist position with the sort of twist there, letting the plectrum glide and getting comfortable with the coordination of using your down strums and your up strums. In real life, the musician will pick how they want to pick up and down. It changes the sound, it has a different effect. It makes things sometimes easier if you choose a nice picking pattern or a nice strumming pattern. But it contained, like I said, contained in that exercise is some really important basics. So have fun with it, apply it to your chords, apply it to your chord progressions, and you could even apply that to your scales if you're picking single notes, if you're feeling fancy. So yeah, good luck, hope you enjoyed that, hope that made sense, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.